When we talk about operators, this is a topic which is required for any computation. So, basically, meaning is operator is nothing but just a simple symbol which can perform some special task for. Let me just give you a few examples of that. So, when I talk about operators, just you have to remember one word only, just a symbol. Definitions will be there. What about definitions? Just it's a symbol. So what is this symbol we are going to use for? Symbol is used for operations. Some kind of operation, specific. So proper definition is that these are specific symbols which can perform some specific operations. Or we can simply say the simple work is a task, any kind of a task. Just in front of you, so many operators are, so many symbols we can use every day, or we say division, or we say modulus, or we say exclamation mark, or we say a dot. So there are a lot of symbols which we use in the coding so that we can reduce, let's say, textual coding. Instead of saying addition of two numbers, I can simply represent with a plus. The symbol will tell you all the things. So instead of writing addition word, we can simply say plus. So like this, we have lot of operators in Java or any other programming language. So basically, we have a category. Select arithmetic. So how do you know mathematical calculations? So these are very two symbols only, like plus or minus or division or modulus and multiplication. So these symbols will be used wherever we require any mathematical computation, like the banking systems, or you just think like your money is there in a Paytm, you just want to forget, you want to transfer. So such scenarios will be using some debiting scenario, crediting scenario. So we'll definitely use these symbols. How do we code these symbols? Just if I have just a simple knowledge that if I have a balance amount in your bank, something like 5,000 or 50,000, I just want to credit. See, as of now, I'm taking integer type. My balance is the number. Otherwise, in real time, it is a double data type. Just for convenience sake, I'm taking integer. So, if your amount in the bank available is as of now 50,000. Now, I just want to credit some amount into the bank. Okay, I just want to credit some 4,000. So, what is your available balance after that? How do we update that balance? So, your balance available in the bank should be updated right now. It should be reinitialized with the old available balance plus the credit amount. So that means we are doing a formula. In this formula, we are using an operator. So whenever we write a computation with an operator, it will perform a specific operation. Now it's only addition. So by addition of this value and this value, our total answer is 50,400. So that is updated into which variable? Balance. So you can test it by directly printing that on the screen. So already we have an idea that in Java we have to print using a simple basic line called system.out.println. So I can simply say my available balance. Generally when you debit to the credit or something, you go to the system and you see this information like a message plus. Now I'll just tell you one more thing here. Again I'm using the symbol plus. So you should not get confused. Here I have used plus symbol with respect to integer values. So this is doing an arithmetic addition operation. Addition. But when you come to the next line here in the printing statement, I put a text. Double quotation means a string value. This text is used with a plus symbol with an integer value. So that means I can never add a string over an integer. So whenever you use a string with plus symbol, it will not work like an arithmetic operator. It will work like a concatenation. Means appending, or we say simply appending. And just to give a note point, just an important point, only plus is the operator in Java, which is overloaded. So for this, you should have slight knowledge about overloading, operating overloading in C++. Simple point is, same operator behaves differently. Same symbol is doing different operations. When I'm using this plus symbol with integer values, it is acting like an addition operator. But at the same time, when I'm using the same plus symbol with two different, that is a string and an integer, it is not doing addition. As of now, it is just combining them together like an appending. So in Java, actually we don't have operator overloading topic. This is there in C++ actually. So this is the only operator which is overloaded in Java. Right? So this can become an arithmetic or it can act like a concatenation at times. So simple example, if I say hello plus learn. So that means it's like output. If I just try to print it, you'll get hello learn on the screen. So this is like acting like a concatenation. Now, one more simple example with this plus. See, plus basically every one of you know what is the differences, complications with plus. Now, if I say I'm not using double quotations, if you observe, there's a single quotations. Single quotations means which type of data? A character type of data. So when I use this plus symbol, again with a single quotations, that means this is character. This is not an integer. Now, what is it going to do? Is it going to combine them or is it going to add? So in this case, the character is converted to integer. Then it will become like integer plus integer. So here in this scenario, we have ASCII value of a character. A is 65, 66. So we'll get addition of this. It behaves like an integer only. So here in this case of characters, integers, floats, double, any data type, this won't behave like a what is a concatenation. It just simply behaves like a arithmetic operator. So here we'll just get a combination. Just to tell you, if I just say here instead of B, I say A plus 1. A is 65. 65 plus 1, your answer is 66. That means if I say char CH is equal to A plus 1, now it becomes equal to which letter? B. So when I try to print this character, if I just try to print this character, we'll see an output on the screen B instead of A letter. So this is a basic computation. So why we need to learn this concept? What is the need of learning A letter plus a number? What is the need of? This starts up, I'm adding 32. So it becomes equal to 65 plus 32. It's equal to 97, which is an ASCII value of small alphabets. So whenever you want conversions of uppercase to lowercase, there we need to do addition of 32 with whatever character is there. So where can I use this concept? User is entering username. He is entering in some case whatever he likes. But I want to put the data in a lowercase in the system. Or user is typing in lowercase, I want in an uppercase. So there we need to check if the user has entered in the wrong format. I can just convert upper to lower letters just by adding 32. Similarly, we can convert small a by subtracting 32 from to a capital. So this is the logic, just the logic to convert lowercase to uppercase or vice versa. By adding, that means by subtracting or add 30. So we'll see a lot of programs I teach you at that time. So basic plus symbol everybody knows as an arithmetic operator, but what extra you have learned? That means it can be used like a concatenation operator, plus it can be used as a numeric addition for characters also. Otherwise, any data you add, it will work like an arithmetic as well. Right? Integer, numeric values. So that means numeric values only will behave like a arithmetic. For numeric values, it acts like, but others, it acts like concatenation. So we'll see a lot of places in real time we use this. Any other data you take, it will behave like a concatenation. Now rest all are the basic ones only. There is no other complication in that. So whatever we say, minus or division symbol, modulus. So division and modulus, slight differences there. On division symbol, we'll get a, what is it, quotient. But on the modulus symbol, we'll get a rate. So where can I use this concepts? Modulus symbol, where do I see this modulus? I want to check some reminder. Is it perfectly divisible? So lot of location. I want to check whether it's a perfect number or not. Or I want to check it's an even number or not. Or it's a perfect divisible number or not. Some kind of scenarios. We want to check only constant on the remainder part, not on the quotient. So if I have to check whether uh, 60 is divisible by 3 or not. So I just have to just check 3. So what is its reminder? We have to just check. Try to print the reminder. If the remainder is 0, that means it's perfectly divisible. If the remainder is not 0, it is not divisible. So a lot of locations for taxation calculation. Many mathematical scenarios will use this. Okay, tax rates. Okay, what is your income? Rate of interest. So many places we go for remainder generation. Discounts. So many places we go for this. So other than that, all other arithmetic operators are simple. Addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and this is the remainder sign. Now, apart from this arithmetic, next is, if we see in this scenario, we have the next one is relational operators. So, what is this relational operator do? Basically, simple. It can only be used for comparisons of values of similar type, not different types, or compatible. It's compatible, that means like a, we say, if similar type, if I say an integer can be compared with another integer, but this is also compatible. I can still compare an integer value with a float value. So what is the meaning of comparison? Is your age valid for voting or not? I just want to check that. So if your age is more than or equal to, that means you are applicable for voting. Or if your age is above 16, you are applicable for registration for Facebook or something. Lot of scenario. So not only this, I want to debit an amount from the available balance. So what should be the successful scenario? When should I debit? When should I be able to debit the amount? That means when you debit this, at least less than or at the most maximum equal to the available balance. So here I have to compare. Now on comparison, what is the output? What are we going to get as an output? It returns Boolean value. That is either true or we have a false value. That means maybe the scenario can be true. The amount which you want to debit, maybe just for example, I 500. If I'm just comparing with some 4,000 number, 40,000. So my amount is actually less than 40,000 or 4 lakh. So this answer will be returned as true. So whenever you go to bank or ATM just to withdraw money, you insert the card and just press the amount to debit. It's going to check this amount. Is it less than or equal to your available balance? Then after checking, the system will get an answer. It gives an answer as of now in Java as true. In other languages it gives like 1 or 0. In C language, C++. True means 1, false means 0. So in Java they have removed that 1 and 0 with replaced with true or a false. So when I compare these two values in this scenario, I will get which answer? True. So by looking at that answer, I should go for debiting. Debiting is successful. But if your debiting amount is somewhat more than the available balance, available is only 400, but you are trying to debit how much? 5,000. So this is a false statement. This will not work out. This is answer is false. So then debit procedure will stop. It will say insufficient answers. So we have to just remember one point. Relational operators are only used for comparison. Different scenarios for comparisons we see. But on comparison, what are we going to get an answer? Boolean expression. This true and false in Java is called as Boolean data type. So based on that answer, whether it is true or false, we have to take some decisions later, decision making. So this is very much important topic. Everywhere we'll be using this concept. Just to test it, if I have to see what is the answer, let me take an available balance as 5,000 and let me take a debit amount as 6,000. Now I just want to prove whether it's possible or not. Is it true or not? So I'm comparing my debit, is it less than or equal to balance? So your output on the screen would be that definitely debit is not neither less nor equal to. It's actually more than that. So your reference output on the screen will get it as false. Okay? So just to see the correct answer here, now you can reduce the amount and see. Now your debit amount is less than 5,000. So definitely your output will be for 2 in the same. And if I make it equal also, coding was you should be. If amount is there, you can withdraw the whole amount if the bank allows you to debit the whole available amount. So my condition is debit should be less than or at the most equal to the balance. So here also we'll again get which answer? True answer. So this is one scenario. Second scenario, if you say your login operations. So when we go for login, what are we going to do at that scenario? You have to enter a username and you have to enter a password. So that means you are going to enter some username and some password. So what are we going to match this with? Is it equal to actual username? Is this equal to actual password? So these are like requirements. So right now, on comparison, if both are same, I should get a true answer, otherwise we get a false answer. So what are the total relation operators we have? It's less than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, double equal to, and not equal to. These are the complete relational operators. So these are only used for checking numeric comparisons. Is my marks less than this one? Is my number of days employee has attended the company more than the minimum requirement? Is my salary deducted or anything? Any numeric values we can take in this. This is this equality or non-equality also can be used for numeric comparisons. Is my entered thing or actual thing is the same or sometimes we go for some later object comparisons that we see later. As of now, it can be compared with numeric or address comparisons. So we'll see this what is this address comparisons later. So that is also anyhow numeric ultimately. So as of now, numbers can be compared using double equal to. So here one important note point you should be focusing. Strings should not be compared with double equal to simply or not equal to simply. The reason I'll tell you later. So as of now, don't use double equal to or not equal to for login operations as well. Here, what login operation I'm talking about, like if you have a username as a mobile number and password as a PIN or OTP, something numeric times. I can compare them. The entered mobile number and the actual mobile number is a username. Is it matching or not? The entered PIN or the OTP is matching with the system OTP or PIN. So, login operations can be compared with this double equal to or not equal to only if they are numeric type of values. Any numeric type. Numeric means all integer, float, character also is. So those can be compared, but not string. I'll tell you the reason why later. So that means relational is only giving which kind of answers? Boolean kinds of Boolean kind of outputs. Next, in the same comparisons, we have another category called as logical operators. So these logical operators we have three. One is like and, or, and not. We have symbols for this. Anyhow, in Java we have symbols and not is just an exclamation mark. So these operators again are used for comparisons, but comparisons of not identical or only Boolean types of expression, but not numerical or others. When you compare the relational operators, when you have checked the relational, comparison of values of similar types are compatible, and mostly we will talk about numerical sets. Mostly here numeric types. Numeric types are general. But when we come across logical operators, we don't do comparison of numbers. We cannot do it. Neither we can compare two streets. No such data type. We can only compare two informations of Boolean type. That means we can only compare true or false answers. These two types. So how are we going to get this true and a false? We get true and a false with like comparison operator, relational operator. This is the operation. If your age is less than or equal to 18, and for example, you just want to give a scenario and your year of pass out is something like 2020 for some scenario. They want to choose for some gaming or something. So your age should be more than or equal to 18, and for that gaming or for some Facebook registration, the year of pass out something should be the same. So how many comparisons we have? I should validate your age and I should also check your graduation or 10, 12, whatever scenario. So both must be true. So this comparison will give some true or false, and this comparison also gives year of pass out. Is it same like 2021? If this is also true, this also can give you true or false. So that means now we are comparing the true and the that means the age comparison result and the year of password entry. If both are true, my final answer is taken as. So this is like answers you should satisfy with the scenarios. So whenever we are giving some criteria, your age should be this, your height should be this, okay, your education should be this much, then you can apply for some exam. So, how many conditions are there? Are they all mandatory or we have any optional, any option? So, if all are mandatory, all the criteria are mandatory, just use which operator and. So, this scenario, I can just give you an example. Now, if I say age, I want to check some age on your total marks scored in some BTEC or something, some BTEC. So, for an example, so if your age, that means if your age is more than or equal to 18 and your total is more than or equal to 65, so then I can say you are applicable. So that means if both are true, I should take it as a successful condition. So and operator will compare this answer and this answer. If this is true, like this answer is evaluated to true, and this answer also is evaluated to true, then completely the answer is true for you. Then we can proceed. So similarly, we have another operator like OR. For OR, whatever criteria you are giving, it should be like both of them can be true or any one of them. It's not that both has to be true, like an AND operator. So in AND, both must be true, but in OR, any one can be true or both can be true. But both, if both are false, it is again evaluating to false condition. So this logical operator is also giving out what are they going to compare? We have seen they are going to compare Boolean values, and they will return either true, that means again Boolean values. So their input is also Boolean, output is also Boolean. Same like relational, the output is also Boolean. So for and, both must be true. For or, any one can be true. Both also may be true or any one of them can be true. For not, if the answer is true, we'll get a false answer. If the answer is false, we'll get a true. Negation of an expression. Now where can I use that not? Not.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
ma'am, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah. So, tell me, Vinay.
So, ma'am, can I drop off? I kind of know this. Can I join when the real core Java starts? I'll check with Coundinya and I'll
Yeah,
join
yeah,
when.
sure, sure, sure. I'll just let
All
you
right.
know then. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
So next, not operator. So not operator is used for which scenario? It's for negation of some expression. Like if I said whose age is more than 18, they can't apply. So for that, what should I say? Just instead of saying like age is not more than or equal to, instead of saying that expression, the expression remains the same. But I will only say not of levels. That means if age is more than 18, if the age is more than 18 is true, I don't want that person. So the age is not more than negation of the given expression. Like for example, if I say if age is more than or equal to 18, they can now I want other people's or they can write an exam. Write an example. But now remaining all other people they can go for some examination. So I just want to go for two scenarios. The true side and the false side. So if you want the opposite of this scenario, so I can just put an expression of explanation like this. So now not of the expression. If it is true, evaluating to true, your output will come as right now false. I don't want a true value, I want a false value. If the answer here is a false value, then we'll go for the true answer. We'll get a true answer. So this is the scenarios we'll see. When once we get the questions, we'll understand what kind of programs we can get in this one. Right? So next, and the important point what we have to remember is out of the and or not is the only unary operator. The unary operator means it takes only one operator, not more than. Right? Others are binary. That means logical when I have said or comparison we have said we have said taken two points. But for logical not, we take only one expression. So that expression should ultimately solve to true or false, nothing more than. But when I said and, I have to take two values for it. So if it is 12 less than 5, this is one expression, another expression. So 4, I will take 4. So I have to take two expressions for logical AND. So this is a binary. This is the next one. So binary means two operands. But for the scenario of logical not, what we can do, you can consider this whole as one entity in practice and just put an exclamation. So that means this not operator can only take one expression finally, ultimately. So this is not. So there are other operators also there. You can say assignment operators, unary operators, ternary operators, bitwise, shift. So these are all some more operators. Actually, I just want that you can brush up these topics once, like little bit about each topic. I'll just try to give you some questions on that. If you really have very like difficulty in that, I'll take the topics separately for that. So majorly we have to just learn about each symbol, what is the usage of it, how to use that, and what is the output of that, and what is a unary, what is an assignment, which operator has a meaning to this. Right? So just I want you to like brush up on once this topic, and we'll start it again. Like I'll just give a question paper to you. If you're able to solve it, it's fine. And here we'll not be focusing on these much in Java. because this is lower level operators which we'll be using in embedded systems. So we'll not use much of it. And the next operator is, which is not covered in other languages, instance of operator. So this also will cover it later, because for that we should have finished operator object orientation. So without that, I cannot tell about this instance. And main important concept in operators is precedence and associative. So what is the precedence and associative is? Just like whenever we have more operators, you should only know that how should we evaluate the expression. So in this expression, I have more than one operator, two operators. Now, are they of the same priority or different precedence? So now each operator has an operating precedence level. So in these two operators, this is higher. So whenever you have different types of different precedent operators, we have to go by precedence, their priority ones. So in this expression, first we'll be solving this, and after this, we are going to solve the previous operator. So that means finally your answer is 32. But we cannot go as we like. We cannot just simply go from left to right like a blind. Now when I go for same operator, similar or same operator, now we don't have to shuffle from right to left or something. We just have to simply solve the expression first, give an answer as 9, then the 9 plus 6, next answer we have to go for 50, so left to right. So this is called as associative. Means whenever you have lot of operators in one single expression, so we should know, are they all of same priority? If they are of the same priority, then we should talk about associativity. So that means associativity is used when operators of the same priority are in the expression, or similar, same priority are found in the expression. So that associativity can be from left to right or right to left. Two expressions. Or this is called as association. And most of the operators go from left to right. Any operator. Natural habit of solving anything is left to right. So only, for example, right to left is only equal to C as right to left. Because if I say A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 9, we will not be able to do from left to right. We can't assign B's value to A first. This assignment cannot happen first. First, the last assignment will take place. That means C will get a 9 value. Then once C is assigned with a 9, then C's value will be assigned to B, and then B's value will be assigned to A. So it is going from, calculation is going from right. This is associativity of equal to symbol, which is only right to left. So very few symbols are there from right to left. Or otherwise, all operators will be fine. It will always solve from the left expression to right. Right? And what is this precedence? Precedence means your priority of an operator in comparison to other operators. So whenever we have different types of comparators, that means we need to have a different types. So when we have a combination of different types, then we should know that which operator is more based on the frequency calculation. So in these two, I cannot simply go from left to right. These are two different operators. So first solving the higher priority symbol, that is multiplication. And once we solve that answer, then we can solve the plus symbol. So here we should not go for no associativity used. So that means when should I not follow the associativity? When there is a precedence difference. So whenever we have a precedence difference, a difference in the precedence, we can go for, we can avoid the associativity. So associativity is only used when we have the same priority operators in the whole expression. If expression has different types, different priorities, I have to go for precedence wise. So, will you be comfortable, like if I just give you some one line example for each today as a notes and send you, can you just check the output and try to learn these operators on your own?
Yes,
I'll,
ma'am.
I'll just skip this shift and bitwise actually, but still that also will give us an output. I'll give the code input, so that we can start with the next topic, that is decision making. Decision making. Because we have just if, else, or switch case. There are three decision making controls in Java. So when do we use all these cases? Whenever we want to check some scenario criteria. So we have to check some criteria, and based on that result, criteria result, whether that result is true or a false, Boolean expression. So based on that result only, we need to take a decision for any scenarios. Just as I said, like bill validation. I want to just withdraw money from the bank. So I just want to insert the card and check whether my ATM pin is correct or not. So if my actual pin is given as 1234 and what you have entered from the keyboard is nothing but, can I withdraw the money? Can I get a hello welcome screen on the message on the screen? Just assume you inserted a card, and when the system asks you the pin to be entered, you have entered 4567. So is it going to show the welcome screen or will it show an error message on the screen? So in this scenario, we have two answers. Either it should say welcome or it should say error message. So there are two answers. When will I get the first answer? When the scenario is true, the criteria is true. So when the actual pin is exactly matching with the entered pin, then that means if this is true only. So I'm just checking if it is true or false. So inside it, we can only enter the Boolean expressions. So if this expression is validated to true, I should print the first message. And in the scenario, if it is false, if it's not matching, so slightly different or it's not matching, so I should go for the else part. So that means else we have to print the else. So either the condition, the evaluation may be true or false. If it is true, I should immediately go and print the first statement. If it is false, we should go to the else statement. But sometimes we'll find in real time without else parts also. Only if, just if will be available lot of scenarios. So you have taken an exam or entrance exam or something. If your marks is more than or equal to 65, you got a SMS. That means you have to get a SMS is sent to this user. But if he's not cleared this exam, should I send him that you're shortlisted or something? So that means company don't want to send messages to every user, every customer or every student. So those people whose score is more than 65 only will be eligible to get an SMS or emails. So other persons we don't need to send them a message right now. So that means based on this evaluation, only if it is true will be sending the messages. Otherwise, no messages to those people. So here there is no failure part. Failure cases missing right now. It's not mentioned. So that means only if scenarios also will be there in the real time. Only if. And if should be having a round bracket with some criteria, it should be giving a Boolean expression. But I cannot say something like marks plus 65. This is not a Boolean expression. This will be arithmetic integer answer. So this cannot be taken in the if condition. So inside it, we will find only the given expressions. Okay? And wherever we have to manage both the scenarios. What if it is true? What if it is false? You try to log in into your ATM machine, you entered a PIN. Even if it is correct, I should get a message. Even if it's false, I should get a message. So in both the scenarios, customer should get some confirmation. He should not get a blank screen if he entered a wrong. He should get some screen with some message. So for that scenario, we go for if and else part. So if and else is used only for two scenarios. That means I should have a true scenario and a false scenario. That's it, not more than that. Now there are certain times when we have more options, more answers, more results. Like user can press 1 to dial something language, press 2 for some language, press 3 for some language, 4, and to go back some previous menu, something like that. So please choose your preferred language. Type 1 for Telugu, type 2 for Hindi, type 3 for English, something like that. And after everything this is to go back to the previous one. So that means in this scenario, user can enter different numbers. If the choice is 1, that means what you want to do. If the choice is 2, what you want to do. So there are different scenarios here. It's not just either it is true or a false. So if it is not true, if the choice is not 1, I'll go and check whether his choice is 2 or not. If his choice is not even 2, it may be false for many times. So at last, if it is not true for any of them, it will go for which option? 9. Definitely you would have pressed 9. I said, please enter a number. 1 for this, 2 for this, or to go back to the previous menu, 9. So user didn't want to go for this selection of language, he want to go to the default ones. So he pressed 9 for the previous one. So that means at that time he skipped all these numbers. But system is going to check is his choice 1 false. Is his choice 2? It's a false. 3 is a false. 4 is a false. When all are false, obviously he has entered which number? The ninth number. So if it's like not info, I can just go for like broadband or what is it, postpaid or prepaid or many options. So here we'll go for a concept called as if else ladder. If else ladder. That means multiple criteria. Choice can be 1, choice can be 2, choice can be 3. So for that, I'm just writing if the choice double equal to 1. I'm just saying that print it's a broadband selection. Otherwise, that means if it's not true for the first condition is false, then only we'll go for the second condition in second. And that is second is double. Then I'll go for the postpaid. Otherwise, there's another scenario that means else if again the choice is 3. If he's entered third, that means he has chosen the prepaid option. And if he has not done, that means he wants to go to the previous one. Okay? So that means in this options we have how many numbers user can enter. He can enter either 1, 2 or 3. If he's not entering all these things, that means he has pressed it like go back 7 or 9, whatever number they have. So any other number we got, we go for the previous one. So in this scenario, we are writing if, else if, and the last is else if. That means this is called as a if else ladder. Okay? So lot of scenarios will be using if else ladder. I'll give you a lot of questions based on that. You'll understand what to use them. Next is nested if else. In if else only, basic if else, ladder if else, and a nested if else. So in this nothing but like we'll have some condition here. If it is true, okay, I'll perform the task. Otherwise, I'll perform this task. But maybe I have one more condition there. Condition. And then again there is a interval operation. So you can see it is like nested, one inside it. So that means if you look at the first condition, if that condition is true, if you get a true value here, we enter into this part right. And inside this we find one more condition. And if it is true, I'll get a success message. If he is true for the first one and false for the second one, then definitely he'll get a failure message. And if he is failed in the first condition of B, immediately will get a failure test instantly. We don't have to go for the second test one. So these are like a lot of scenarios to go for mistake. Like I have to check your two exams marks. If you clear in two only, I'll say you can shortlist for the next exam or you are shortlisted for the. So if test one is more than or equal to 65 is the first scenario. And in this, I'm writing one more scenario. Internally, I'm checking the test result. Only if he's cleared the first test, he's eligible to go for the second test. And here also, if he's having this much score, he'll get a message on the screen as success. Something like this. So I'm just writing brief code, not the exact code. That means if his score is more than 65 in test 1, but in test 2 there may be an option, there may be a scenario that he would have got less, he got 69 in the test 2. So in that case he failed after writing the first test. So that means he failed in the test 2. So we are saying that it's a fail. So same way, if the person has already failed in the first exam, you don't have to even appear for the second. That means this part will not get executed. Instead, we will go for immediate failure option or else one. So here we have an external or outer if followed by an outer else. And if is false, failed in this first condition, and he'll go for the first or the outer else statement, like it's already failed. But if he has cleared the first exam, now we can appear for the second exam. And if in the second exam also it was clear, he'll get finally success. Otherwise, he'll get a failure. So success is only once, but failure can appear at 2 times. This scenario we will do. See, as per the coding only, we have to choose the concepts. So this is nested, one after the other. One is true, second will happen. If one is false, second also will not execute. And the last one is here, switch case. Switch case is replacement of defense ladder. So what I said, the choice one, the choice program, I can do easily a simple code. The code is complex in Eiffels ladder that can be replaced with a simple code on switch cases. So we were talking about choice. We don't know what is the entered choice by the user. So whatever choice user has entered, I want to check against various options. So what are the various options? I have to just switch one by one, move from one option to another. So what I want to switch right now, I want to switch and see the values of choice and what are the values we want to compare with. I want to compare the value 1. So these values I'm using with the keyword called case. Means like how we have done comparison previously, choice double equal to 1. Instead of that, we can write just choice here only once and just mention the values for it, various values for it. Previously, we had to write so many times like this, comparison thrice. I don't have to write the comparisons manually 3 times. I can directly say I want to switch or check the choice values against comparison of this one, first one. So here it is colon, it's not semicolon, and then we just say what. And once it is successful, if the choice value is matching with this one, I can immediately print this and I should come out. I should not go to the next case. So to separate each case value, we have a keyword called break here. And then we can follow with the other cases. That means every case has some answer, and after that we can just say break. So here break keyword is important because in this scenario, once the case is found matching, it will execute, and if I don't write a break keyword, it will even execute the all remaining cases, even if they are not matching. Once matching case is found, it will start execution, and after that it will not check anything. So entry is important. Entry will definitely take when it is matching case. But once it has entered into one execution, it will not check other case values. It will even directly execute the cases. So I should not execute all the cases. It is either case 1 or case 2 or case 3 or case 4. Any one of them will be. So we must separate each case in this scenario with a break keyword. So this is also optional, it's not mandatory. Or just think that a scenario where I'm saying check for a character, is it vowel or a consonant? So in this scenario, my options are A, E, I, O, U. So I'm saying that switch this character against the various cases. What are the cases for vowel reading? When can I say it's a vowel right now? When the case is a letter A, cases. So I'm not writing any sentences after every case. I'm just giving all the vowels list. So I'm not writing any statement nor any break keyword. I just mentioned all the cases and just separated them by colons. So just a letter I and like this once. So once we have written all the 5 cases, we can simply write a things to and just say it's a vowel and break. And the else case is replaced by a keyword for default. Default is it's not a for. Here also, when it is 1, 2, I said broadband or postpaid or something like that. Once it crosses all the valid cases, like case 3 is a prepaid, and then we'll see a break keyword here. And then if there is another case, okay. If there is one more case left here, I can say simply recall and see that go to the previous one. Something. So that means there is else case does not need the case keyword. It just needs replaced with the keyword called default. So all the 4 options are present inside the switch block. So switch brackets should have the variable for which we are checking the values. So choice values are taken by the user, and now I want to check if he entered 1. He has entered 1, do this and come out of the switch block. But if he has not entered 1, I have to go to the next case. If this is matching, I should print post and come out. But if this is also not matching, I'll go to case 3. If he has not entered 3 also, definitely I'll go for the last option that he has chosen the previous one. So that means unless the cases, the choice values are matched with this case value. So I'll check is it equal to this value or not. If it is same, print this. If it's not that, go and check with the second one. So it will go from top to bottom only. There is no jumbled order of execution. It will go from top to bottom. So always try to write the default at the last one, the last scenario. Rest all cases as you want it in, up and down. That doesn't matter. Order doesn't matter. But execution flow will happen from top to bottom. Okay? So whichever programs we go with the if else ladder, same variable with multiple options. Such programs is better to use with the switch case, like choose the operator for calculation. So in that scenarios also you can go for switch case. Till here any doubts as of now? All of you?
No, ma'am.
These are actually already learned topics only. See those who are not clear in this language or others, if you want, I'll take a separate special session on these topics like operators and decision making. So right now I just like want to do some examples. I'll give you immediately some example questions So will you be able to start like solving the programs one by one? I'll just randomly ask one of you the questions. Okay. Let's start the first question. Program 2. Uh, completely like okay. Ask for an option to perform 1 debit, 2 credit, 3 check balance, or 4 for exit. See, here we are not accepting from the user. Take a variable and just assign some value. Yes, that means for this program, just take a variable and just put some value there. Let's just put a question mark. Or write a program to just check whether you are choosing your debit operation, check balance, or exit. Which procedure should start? So how do we write the complete program in Java language? Tomorrow I'll teach you how to accept from keyboard. Generally we don't need in Java. How to scan we don't require that. Later we'll see. That also tomorrow I'll teach you how to scan from keyboard. So Raghu, can you give the answer? Write a program to take some choice. Assume that it's already there, right? Now check and tell me whether it is a debit operation, credit, what he has chosen. I want to say on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Which concept you take here, which concept you will use and do this for both. See on the screen I should say that you have chosen. That means we should say a message saying that debit operation chosen. Something like this. Or else, whatever he presses, if he presses 1, we should get this message. If he presses 2, we should get this message. So same way, whatever he presses, based on that, we should get a specific message.
Switch.
Yeah, Raghu, can you tell that or you cannot?
Ma'am, I'll use switch case, ma'am, for this.
Yeah, so how do you write the coding for that? See, this called program is same. Generally, whenever you write program, it's just like this.
Class file.
And as of now, everything is
Main.
writing inside the main itself.
Main.
Okay, then. This I'm already giving, assuming that I will give some value later. I don't know which value, but I'll put it later. So what should I type here?
Case 1. Switch.
Switch.
Choice.
Okay.
Page.
Yeah. Then
We'll go with case 1 for debit.
and below, how should we get this message on the screen? SOP, system.out.println.
System.out.print. Debit operation.
And
Break case.
yeah, great. So this one.
Case 2.
So we can write for clarity's sake this braces also if you want. Otherwise, it's not even required actually. But
For
just for
single line, just for one statement, it is not required, no, ma'am.
yeah,
Open and
even if it's not single statement, because there is a break. Whenever case one is matched, even if there are 5 sentences, all will execute. After all, execution only will come on. Technically, break is there. So
okay,
we
ma'am.
may or may not require for single or multiple. It's optional, but for clarity, we use it.
Okay. Case 2.
Right? Same concept. So now I'm not writing the braces now. It's just taking the so simply for offer. This is for the case. So for every case, there is a statement in the group.
Case 4.
Case 4 is one. This is the last case.
Like default, ma'am.
Yeah. Or else, if user has to press 4 only for exiting, he has to
Other than
press.
4, we default, no, ma'am.
Yeah, it's other than 4, it should say wrong options or something. Then we have to mention
Wrong.
4 and just
Case.
go for the print statement and then go for a break again. And then last is the default. So default is your wish whether you want to write or not. It's optional. It's not mandatory everywhere.
Wrong option.
Then I don't need a break also here because there is no more statements here. So I can directly come out and close the cases. So this program is a simple program to check whether the entered choices for which operation. Okay? Now can you write a program? Sorry?
Ma'am.
Sorry?
User can enter this all
Yeah,
values
yeah.
also, no, ma'am.
User?
Manually.
I didn't get you. User?
Ma'am, using keyboard, ma'am.
Scan. That's what I'll teach tomorrow. How to accept data from the user. Use the keyboard access. I'll teach you tomorrow that. No? So now
Okay.
let's write a program. Choice and amount for debit or credit option. That means once it chooses that options, we have to either go for the debit or credit option.
If else.
If else only, or can we go for switch there also?
Switch also, ma'am.
Can you all try, all of you, this scenario? Like in this scenario, already we should have some amount. Balance should be something
Initial.
there available. And this I'm entering the debit amount or credit amount. Something like this. Because not today I will not teach you that keyboard access and that. So if it's already there, that means if you have chosen a debit operation, means debit amount is already there. So based on that, what is the answer shown on the screen? Based on credit, what is the answer shown on the screen? How will you get that? If he has chosen the check balance, if he is not going for debit, credit, he wants to see the available balance. What you tend to show. Okay, can you use using the if else concept?
If else ladder.
So how do we say that? Can you Yogeshwar, can you tell that now?
I guess it's compared to if else, which case is easier, no, ma'am?
Sorry?
Which case is easier than if else, no, ma'am, compared this
Compared to,
scenario?
yeah, that is only easy coding wise. Any case up to you. Okay, you can take switch also. Yeah. So what will be do the same coding? Coding is the same upper coding. Yeah, what we have. So all the cases we have to write anyhow. Those cases we have. What we will write in the cases?
Case if we'll take case one is debit.
Yeah, that is already we have. Okay, inside this code, what should we write? Now,
We'll do balance minus debit, ma'am.
yeah, so if it's already having a balance amount and debit amount or debit amount. So whatever he wants to do, that amount will be available later. So I'll teach you standard code tomorrow. So right now,
Ma'am, initially we'll give the balance, no, ma'am, balance amount,
yeah, balance.
initial balance amount
Yeah,
for debiting.
Yeah, X is already there. If he chooses 1, means he wants to go for a credit option, let us say. Sorry, this is a debit option.
A debit option.
So what should I write here in this quote? He's chosen 1. He wants to go for debit. And he has entered the debit amount also.
Balance equals to balance minus
Balance
debit.
equal to balance minus debit.
Balance is equal to balance minus.
Minus debit. Debit.
And there is one more operator in Java actually, unary operator. Balance is reduced by unary operator. So instead of writing a complex binary expression, I can just go for saying that balance is equal to balance minus debit. Whenever you want to reduce some amount from the existing balance, instead of writing balance minus debit twice, you can simply say balance is deducted by this. Balance minus is equal to debit. So same way for credit also. Means if you are
Balance
choosing
equal to
separate,
plus equal to credit.
balance is increased
Plus equal to credit.
by the credit.
Plus equal to credit.
Right? And whatever you have done, you have to show the balance after that. Basically,
Yeah, balance.
available balance.
Balance
Available balance. Yes.
plus balance.
So same sentences we can just with all the statements. Okay. And here, is there any operation or directly ending the balance? And the last option, third option, is there any deduction, credit, or should I just do the balance?
Check balance.
Just like
And the last one is exiting, system exit concept. So something like system dot, we have something like to close the program, we have a sentence like 0 sum. So we can just exit the system, program itself will shut down. And the last one is just to print an answer on the screen.
for what, ma'am? System.exit is for what?
Yeah, for closing the program. I want to close, I want to come back or shut down or something. So we can just say system should be exiting. System exit. Right? The program will close immediately.
Yeah.
Just like if I close a browser, it is closing. It's like shutting down an application.
Okay.
Next on this, we have a lot of programs on PHP. Constructs actually. So I'll send you some questions anyhow today. You need to practice and send me the answers for them, solutions for them. If I send you a few questions today,
Yes, ma'am.
by evening or by evening, I think I should get all the answers. All of you. Okay. Because tomorrow we start with
Okay, ma'am.
loops actually. Whatever loops we get, I'll teach you tomorrow. Once we
Okay.
finished with the loop, we'll start with again string and array. After loops, we'll discuss the detailed functions of the strings and the operations of arrays. Like tomorrow, we'll finish this chapter, and then day after tomorrow, string and arrays operations. Operations on these two. And after that, we'll start with your actual object. So, is there any doubt as of now? All of you are okay?
No, no ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'll just send in the group the questions. We'll try to solve and send the answers.
Okay.